Hello there. In this tutorial, I'm going to discuss about how to configure spanning tree. So basically, spanning tree can't be configured, but we can configure a root switch. For example, if we want a particular switch to be considered as a root or wants to configure it as a root, then we can do that. How to do that? That's the thing. Now you can see one of the switch 2 having two links, but one link is blocked, and one of the switch 0 and switch 1 of the switch between two are considered or are as root, behaving as root. So how to do that, how to uh, configure a root. For example, if wants to wants to promote switch 2 as a root, one of the link is broken. A root link will be connected to the root switch. So root port will be connected to the root switch, and designated ports are forwarding the packets. So this is what we understood about that. And now what we're going to do, for example, a switch to one of the ports are blocked. So once we configure switch 2 as a root, then surely that block link will be up. So three processes are there of the link also. So let me go to configuration mode, first changing the host name. For example, giving the name S3. Now what we need to do here is to show spanning tree, and a couple of things we will find out regarding spanning tree on the switch. Okay, so you find out one thing is there is VLAN 001 means VLAN will consider as 1, and spanning tree enable, you can already see that it can't be configured. It already enable. The root ID, the priority will be 32769, and the bridge ID will be 32769 respectively, and the address, the unique address, will be different. But and you can see the one of the interface fast Ethernet 0/1 is forward, in a forward position, and fast Ethernet 0/2 is alternate and blocking position. Now you can see the role is a root, but once the entire switch will be considered as a root, then both of their ports will be in the forwarding states, means will be connected and will behave as root ports. Now how to do that, what exactly we need to do, to go to configuration terminal, and the configuration we requires is spanning tree, VLAN, and you can see here the value I want to give is VLAN 1, because the VLAN is present as spanning tree will be 1. Now you can configure root by two ways. It's either priority based or at a root. So configure switch as a root, or you can set as a priority. So two way you can configure spanning tree, priority or root. So this time we'll be do the root. So when I go to question mark, you have two way. It's either you configure root as a primary and secondary. Basically we don't configure secondary norm, at least in the small errors. So we want to configure root as a primary. So done with it, show spanning tree, and you can see the background, the lights are up, and lights are, you can see that this fast Ethernet 0/0, the state is at now at listening state. Before fast Ethernet 0/2 was blocking state, and then fast Ethernet 0/. You can see that this switch port is now down, and will be down because then the switches uh, uh, interchange their tables, and you can see the fast Ethernet 0/2 is now on forwarding state. So remember this thing. Uh, First goes to blocking state, then the listening state, and then forwarding state. Means this is what the ports were doing. The ports were does that. And the priority value, look the priority value. Currently our priority value will also change. You can see to 24577. The priority value changed. So either you do the priority value, either you decrease the priority value, then only it will be promoted as root, or you directly go and configure root. So the ports were what exactly the ports were do. They just before they block, they learn, and then they listen, and then they learn. Block, listen, and then learn. Now again we will configure a spanning tree with some other method, and this time we will do that with the priority value. So let me first change the host name. It's configuration mode. Enable configuration mode. Now host name. So show spanning tree, and you can see the priority value 24577. Now the priority value is this, and normally priority will be same. The root ID, bridge ID will be also same, and their extended system extended will be 32768 plus 1. The VLAN value, the system ID extension, the system ID, extended system ID. So the fast Ethernet 0/2 is now at the blocking stage. So we go to spanning tree VLAN and the 1. So this time will be the priority, then question mark, and you can set a priority in the increments of 4096. Means 4096 is the lowest one, and for example the 0 is also there. For example, it tries to set a 4000. Let me show the value. That's 0 4096 8192 12 288. These are the value up to 61440. So if you goes to 61440, there might be your root will not be configured ever. So we have to goes to the lowest one according to the entire network, whichever is the lowest. So for example, if the lowest value of the entire network is, for example, 20480, so then it will be configured as, then we consider as root. And you can see the background that now switch zeros fast Ethernet port, and you can see this switch once fast Ethernet 0/2 is now listening stage, and it will be learning stage once the port will be up. And you can see the switch 0's fast Ethernet port is now in a blocking stage. So this is the three things, and you can see that now it's changing. So priority value now is 20481. So we just set the priority value, and now it's in forwarding stage. So blocking, listening, and then learning stage. This is for the 3 stages of to move away, and this is how reports were done with their job. So hope you learned something about the configuration of spanning tree protocol, and remember the fast Ethernet port is all about the latest things, and latest will always win. So thanks for